Suppose you have a fever for a few days, so you visit a doctor. The doctor suggests a few tests. Based on the results, the doctor diagnoses the cause of your symptoms. This is because a fever may look the same, but its cause can range from a simple viral infection to a more serious illness. To arrive at the precise diagnosis, the doctor carefully distinguishes one possibility from another. Now let us assume another situation. Suppose you discover a gemstone. To know its authenticity, you take it to a jeweler. The jeweler carefully examines the gemstone and determines whether it is genuine or an imitation before reaching a conclusion. In both cases, the doctor and the jeweler relied on the same human ability to distinguish one thing from another through careful observation. In Advaita Vedanta, this capacity for discernment or discrimination is known as Viveka. We use this capacity every day. From buying fruits at the market to checking the authenticity of a news story, Viveka is part of our day-to-day activities. But how do we actually make such distinctions? There are many ways we do this. Let us understand two of the most common criteria through an example of a solid crystal. Imagine a transparent crystal placed before a red cloth, making it appear red. But we can easily understand the true color of the crystal through Viveka. Firstly, the discernment between permanent and temporary. The red appearance of the crystal exists only when it is placed before the cloth, but its transparency remains irrespective of time and place. And secondly, the discernment between dependent and independent. The red color of the crystal is dependent on the cloth. The crystal's transparency is not. Thus, through these two criteria, we can detect the true color of the crystal. Similarly, in the previous video, we used Viveka to inquire about our true self by eliminating our physical, subtle, and causal bodies. What were the criteria? We looked at three important ones: independent versus dependent, permanent versus temporary, and finally, the observer versus the observed. It is through these three levels of discrimination that we were able to eliminate our physical, subtle, and causal bodies as candidates for our true self. We concluded that our true self is permanent, independent, and the ultimate observer of all things observed. Now let us consider some of the common misconceptions about Viveka. When people hear the word discrimination, they think of racism, sexism, and various prejudices. That's a totally incorrect assumption. Here, discrimination simply means distinguishing things based on certain characteristics, regardless of whether they are good or bad. Viveka also doesn't mean rejecting the world or anything around us. It is a way of understanding things correctly. Whether we choose to accept or reject something comes later. Another common misconception is that Viveka is merely a religious belief. It is not. Viveka is an inquiry based on observation and logic rather than blind acceptance. Finally, let us understand some of the importance of acquiring Viveka. It helps us make wiser choices and avoid impulsive decisions, thereby improving personal growth. It also helps cultivate natural dispassion. As we begin to distinguish between what is truly valuable and what is merely temporary, unnecessary attachments gradually lose their hold on us. In fact, according to Advaita Vedanta, Viveka is one of the 4 essential qualities required for self-inquiry. The remaining 3 will be discussed in future videos. In the next episode, we'll explore the fascinating landscape of the mind and the corresponding mental activities. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share it with someone who might also find this meaningful. And if you want more such videos about dharmic thoughts and inquiries, consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you for watching. Until next time.